Hi friends. Hi friends, I'm Olivia Smith. Thanks for visiting my YouTube channel where I share the latest global news every day. You can also read more news on TimeGlitter.com. You can find all the links in the video description below. Friends, don't forget to hit the like button, drop a comment, share with others, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Now, let's jump into today's news. News headline: Trump would have lost mind completely if Putin admitted interference, Fiona Hill says. News details: Fiona Hill, a former White House Russia specialist, said that during the 2018 summit in Helsinki between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin, Trump would have been extremely upset if Putin had admitted to interfering in the 2016 U.S. election on Trump's behalf. Hill mentioned that Trump didn't believe Russia tried to help him in the election. If Putin had admitted to it, Hill thinks Trump would have been very upset because he wouldn't know how to respond. Hill, who worked in the Trump administration and now leads Durham University, spoke at the Principles First Summit in Washington, D.C. Principles First, which was organized as an alternative to the pro-Trump Conservative Political Action Conference, CPAC, featured speakers who opposed Trump's views. Among the speakers were philosopher Francis Fukuyama, Bulwark editor Bill Kristol, and columnist Quinn Hillier, who criticized Joe Biden as a crooked, brain-fogged old man who sold out to the radical left, reflecting the conservative nature of the conference. Hill was questioned about her experiences at the Helsinki summit, where Trump sparked controversy by meeting Putin alone and then publicly appearing submissive. Trump stated he trusted Putin's denial of interference in the 2016 U.S. election, a claim contradicted by U.S. intelligence and law enforcement. Hill once shared that she was so shocked during the press conference that she considered pretending to suddenly feel sick to stop it. She even joked about wanting to pull the fire alarm, but admitted she didn't know how to say fire alarm in Finnish. On a more serious note, Hill described the press conference with Putin as one of the most embarrassing moments ever. She mentioned that the actual meeting between Trump and Putin might have been more reasonable behind closed doors. According to Hill, Trump focused a lot on arms control issues during their discussions. However, she noted that Putin always aimed to outsmart Trump and other leaders he met, including Xi Jinping of China. Putin carefully assessed people's weaknesses and manipulated conversations to his advantage. The main issue was the press conference itself. We knew it would be tough. I had advised against having one. My opinion didn't carry much weight there, but I felt it was because Trump greatly respects Putin and never wants to feel humiliated. It was all about avoiding personal humiliation. When Trump was asked about Russian interference in the election, he wanted to push back immediately. He wanted to dismiss any notion of it because he wanted to convey the message that nobody had interfered on his behalf. Hill co-authored Mr. Putin, Operative in the Kremlin, an early examination of the Russian leader and his background in Soviet intelligence. Putin is expected to remain in power until 2036. Despite facing 91 criminal indictments and various civil judgments, Trump is likely to be the Republican nominee for president this year. He has also been a driving force behind Republicans in Congress blocking further aid to Ukraine in its struggle against Russian invaders. Hill mentioned that Trump idolizes Putin, seemingly unaware of Putin's efforts to undermine the United States as a democratic power. Regarding the recent death of Alexei Navalny, Putin's main domestic opponent, and Trump's response merely comparing himself to a man widely believed to have been killed by Putin, Hill suggested that Trump might have been more critical if people he admired had spoken out against Navalny. She mentioned Elon Musk as an example, saying that if Musk had praised Navalny as a hero, it could have influenced Trump's perception because of his unpredictable nature and how events affect him personally. Hill mentioned that during his time in office, Trump talked about targeting Bashar al-Assad because Assad's use of chemical weapons reflected poorly on Trump personally, rather than on the United States as a whole. Similarly, Trump wanted to take out Iranian General Qasem Soleimani because attacks on U.S. targets by Iranian-backed forces were seen as an insult to him during his presidency. Recently returned from the Munich Security Conference, Hill stated that European leaders she spoke to were contemplating how to handle Trump once again. In many discussions at the conference, Hill noted, prime ministers, presidents, foreign ministers, and others all expressed concerns about Trump's unpredictability. Despite knowing various individuals in positions like Secretary of State or Secretary of Defense, the focus remains on Trump himself and his unpredictable nature. Hill expressed distress over the loss of faith in the United States among these leaders due to Trump's behavior. Don't forget to hit the like button, drop a comment, share with others, and subscribe to the